India has now surpassed Japan to become the
Japan
world's
has become
fourth.
the fourth largest economy in the world. It is now worth more than $4 trillion. Japan
is poised to become the world's
fourth largest economy in the world.
मोदी की गारंटी यानी गारंटी पूरा होने की गारंटी.
India is now the fifth largest economy in the world. We are building expressways at record speed. Digital payments are everywhere. Startups are booming. But let me ask you something honestly. Do you actually feel that growth in your life? Why are educated youth still struggling to find jobs? Why does the middle class feel like it's running but not moving forward? And why does everyone look successful online but in real life they all are really very poor? Today we are breaking the biggest illusion, the reality of India. Let's start with a very simple question. Is India actually developing fast? Yes, of course, without a doubt. India's GDP has increased to $3.5 trillion and the economy is growing at around 6 to 7% annually. What else do you want from a country? Digital infrastructure is expanding. No other countries have better UPI system than India. UPI is handling billions of transactions and government is spending on infrastructure like they have never spent on it. Then why doesn't it feel like that in case of most of the people? Why most of the people are still unemployed? Why still most of the people are living in slums like Dharavi in Mumbai? Why are most of the people getting very lower wage even than the limit? It's simple, because GDP doesn't reflect your personal life. GDP tells you how the country is performing, not how the individuals are living. The role of the GDP is tell the how much money does the three sectors of the economy made in a year, not how much money a individual make in a life. If India has a great GDP, why is India still struggling in these cases? If the growing rate is so much, then why does India still facing some basic problems like poverty? People don't have food to eat, people don't have clothes to wear, people don't have houses to live. No, the growth is real, but it's not evenly distributed. India's per capita income is 2 lakh rupees per annum, on an approx $2,500 in a year. Compared to that of USA has an average income of $80,000 a year, approximately more than 30 times. The infrastructure in the country is growing rapidly. The jobs in the country are growing rapidly. The opportunities in India are growing rapidly. What else a country can do for a person? India's annual income is very less as if you compare it to the that of USA, but you have to understand this. USA has a total population of 30 crores and in India only UP has more than 30 crores people. So you cannot compare India to USA, because India is an elephant. If India earns more, India eats a lot, and USA is like a tiger. The amount of money which he consumes is much more less than the amount of money he earns. So you cannot compare USA with India. So you are basically saying that the country is getting richer, but people aren't. People are not growing as compared to the GDP. Exactly. And this gap becomes even more dangerous when you talk about jobs. In India, people are getting jobs at a very low pace because the last 5 years, due to Corona, the the education tech industry has boosted up so much that a lot of job requirements was there. The time period of the overemployment has ended. Now the jobs will be given at that pace as it was given 10 years back. Now you cannot expect from a country to hire 1.5 lakh freshers in a year. A company will not hire more than 1,000 2,000 people. And why does a company will hire? If we have AI for the work, then why do we need people? Okay, but we keep on hearing that India is full of opportunities. So where are those opportunities? If there are so many opportunities, then why are people still unemployed? Why are people doing low paying jobs still in India? Because opportunity and employment is not the same thing. In India, there is a lot of opportunity to stand a business, as a 1.5 billion population is not less. If a person can hire 5,000 people and his product is consumed by less than 1% of the total population, the person has a market of 1.5 crores people. And if 1.5 crores people buy a product of 10 rupees, he earns 15 crores in a month, in a day. In India, the scope of jobs, employment is declining every year. Every coming year, the employment ratio and the educated person ratio is increasing. So you cannot rely on education or employment completely. A person has to start his business. More entrepreneurs will come and more businesses will be stand. As no jobs will be there, people have to stand their own businesses to earn their livelihood. Please clarify this point to me. I'm not able to understand it. Matlab, what do you mean by that? India produces over 1 crore graduates every year. But according to multiple employment reports, less than 50% of them are actually getting jobs. And those 50% which are getting jobs are getting very low payable jobs. On an average, a person is getting 30 to 40,000 per month, and it's not enough. If a person is getting 30 40k a month and he's living in Delhi, I don't think so he's saving more than 1 or 2,000 a month, because the expenditure in these type of cities, the metro cities, are so much that a person cannot even think to save. Like I said, more people are graduating every year. There are so many students, there are so many skilled labor also. Let's take an example. एक कंपनी को 10 लोग चाहिए और 100 लोग हैं मार्केट में, ठीक है, और वो कंपनी पहले सोच रही थी हम इनको 10,000 पर मंथ देंगे, बट अब 100 लोग हैं, कंपटीशन ज़्यादा है, तो वो कहेगी जो ये जॉब 7,000 में करने को रेडी है वो आ जाए। अब 100 में से 10 लोग जिन्हें जॉब नहीं है, वो 7,000 में एक जॉब करने को मान जाएंगे। सो देयर इज द पॉइंट कम। जितनी ज़्यादा सप्लाई मार्केट में बढ़ेगी, डिमांड बढ़ नहीं रही, सप्लाई बढ़ी जा रही है। ऑन एन एवरेज हर साल 10 से 20 लाख बच्चे ग्रेजुएट होकर निकलते हैं, और इतनी जॉब्स इंडिया में है नहीं। तो जब सप्लाई बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ रहा है और आपकी डिमांड है नहीं, मार्केट में जॉब्स की डिमांड इतनी ज़्यादा नहीं है, तो क्या होगा? जो सैलरी है, जो एवरेज पैकेजेस लोगों के लग रहे हैं, वो धीरे धीरे कम होते जाएंगे। और एक टाइम ऐसा आएगा जब डिग्रीज की तो वैल्यू ही नहीं होगी। अगर आपको कोई काम करना आता है, आप किसी काम में अच्छे हो, आप अपना खुद का काम कर रहे हो, बस डिग्री मैटर ही नहीं करेगी। आप अपने पैसे कमा रहे हो अपना खुद का काम करके, देन व्हाई विल एनीबॉडी आस्क अबाउट योर डिग्री? आर यू सेइंग डिग्रीज आर यूजलेस? नो, आई एम सेइंग दैट डिग्रीज अलोन आर यूजलेस। सिर्फ डिग्री से कुछ नहीं मिलता। Engineers without practical skills, MBA without business understanding, and company states we don't have jobs for these kind of people. We have jobs for skilled people. We don't want to hire a person to whom we have to teach him how to work. We want a person who already knows how the work works. No, what are you saying is one and the same thing. Is this not unemployment? This is not unemployment. You can't say this that it's the kind of situation where the unemployment in the country is increasing. This is a skill mismatch crisis. And the uncomfortable truth is, this doesn't start in college. It starts much earlier. So you are basically blaming the education system for the poverty and unemployment. Many reports shows that the students of on an average 12th grade are not able to study the passages, the lines, and they are not able to speak the way a 5th grade student should speak. A 17-year-old boy don't know how to speak with confidence. Even me, I don't know how to speak with confidence, and it's the reality. You can't change it, you can't deny it. But I have an argument. If there is no financial literacy, there is no real world exposure, no practical skill, then why are people still succeeding through this system? Yes, there's a reason for that. Because the systems reward memorization, not understanding. There is no financial literacy in the students, no real world exposure, no practical skill building, and everyone is just doing one thing. I will learn this, I will write this in the exam and I will get marks. मतलब आज के टाइम पे जिसको बोलते हैं समझदारी, a genius is not a person who can memorize 1,000 page. A genius is a person who can read a page in 5 seconds and summarize it to you. अब वो रट्टा मारने वाला फेस जा चुका है। जब आप किसी भी चीज़ को याद करके एग्जाम में लिखाओगे, आपका एग्जाम क्लियर हो जाएगा, कंपनी आपको हाथ में आपका जॉब लेटर दे देगी, ऑफर लेटर दे देगी एक अच्छे पैकेज के साथ। अब वो टाइम पीरियड खत्म हो चुका है। अब आज के टाइम पे अगर आप पे कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स नहीं है, आप पे प्रैक्टिकल स्किल बिल्डिंग नहीं है, और कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स का मतलब सिर्फ इंग्लिश नहीं होता। कम्युनिकेशन स्किल बेसिकली होता है, अगर आप किसी सेल्स टीम में हो, आपको एक बंदे को समझाना आना चाहिए कि क्यों वो आपका प्रोडक्ट खरीदे, क्यों वो आपकी सर्विस खरीदे। और इससे भी एक ऊपर की लेवल की चीज़, फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी। आज के टाइम पे फाइनेंशियल एजुकेशन किसी भी बच्चे के पास नहीं है। अगर वो लाख रुपया कमा रहा है, अगर उसके 50, 60, 70 हज़ार 70,000 एक महीने के एक्सपेंडिचर जा रहा है, तो वो 30,000 का कोई अच्छी चीज़ नहीं खरीदेगा। वो 30,000 का लैपटॉप खरीद लेगा, 30,000 का मोबाइल ले लेगा, आईफोन ले लेगा। और दैट्स द रियलिटी। अकॉर्डिंग टू मी, दिस एजुकेशन सिस्टम इज ruining the life of the students. That's actually true. You can earn 1 lakh rupees a month and you are not able to save 10,000 a month. And if you're getting 50,000 from an extra bonus, you are spending that in vacations, you are spending on a mobile, which is worthless. The middle class is working very, very hard every day and they are not getting stable jobs. They are getting jobs, they are hired for 3 months and then they are paid off, and their lives have become like a football. And this leads the students to fall in a never ending trap. But if income is increasing, shouldn't life improve? That मान लो कि मेरी आज 10,000 सैलरी है, कल मेरी 1 लाख होगी, तो मेरा स्टैंडर्ड ऑफ लिविंग भी तो बढ़ेगा, मैं खर्चा भी तो ज़्यादा करूंगा, मैं अच्छे से जीऊंगा, मैं ज़्यादा छुट्टियां मारूंगा। द प्रॉब्लम इज नॉट वर्किंग लेस, द प्रॉब्लम इज प्रोग्रेस विदाउट वेल्थ. India's middle class makes around 35% of the total population, but most of them are financially stuck. Salary are not increasing, expenses are increasing faster than it ever could, and savings are like a joke. Savings barely grow. On paper you can say that. In reality, no one is getting a higher paying job, no one is getting incentives, no one is getting appreciations. If you earn 50,000 a month, you save 5,000, and next year you earn 60,000 a month, you save 2,000, because there is a thing called inflation. The inflation rate and the increasing salary rate is not matching. अगर आपके मनी की वैल्यू 10,000 आज 10,000 आपको महीने के मिल रहे हैं, आपने 1,000 कमाए, बट वही अगले साल आपको 11,000 मिल रहे हैं, बट इन्फ्लेशन रेट बढ़ चुका है। आपके उस 11,000 की वैल्यू, उस 11,000 से आप जितना सामान खरीद सकते थे, उतना सामान खरीदने के लिए अब इस साल आपको 13,000 रुपये लग रहे हैं। तो आपकी सेविंग नहीं हो रही, आपके पैसे बच नहीं रहे, आपकी इनकम बढ़ नहीं रही, आपके खर्चे बढ़ रहे हैं और इनकम आपकी वहीं की वहीं है। You are running but not moving forward. The life is stuck in a way that a person is never be able to come out of that cycle. Then tell me one thing, if there is so much poverty in India, there is so much unemployment in India, people are not getting jobs, people don't have money even to eat, they don't have houses, then why everyone looks successful online? Why everyone is living in big houses? Why they have big cars? Why they are enjoying in clubs almost 2 days a week? Because you are not seeing the reality. India has over 800 million internet users. And social media shows luxury, success, fast money. But in reality, there is nothing like fast money. A person will never be able to earn 1 lakh a month with spending only 100 rupees on a course. You think think practically. If you spend 100 rupees on a course, you are getting 1 lakh rupees a month in just 3 hours workshop. And do you think it's real? Do you think it's fair? If a person spends 20 lakhs on an MBA and spends 5 years of BBA plus MBA and then getting a 80,000 per month job, and a person spending just 3 hours and earning 1 lakh a month, how it can be possible?